Tony D and Little Joan and Little Truffle are running around on the floor nearby, and this is a screenwriter's rant on All Eyes, a monster movie about a farmer that has a monster living on his property, and he's interviewed by this disgraced podcaster who then, I don't know, gets murdered by the monster. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. I will be at the Harvest Festival in Point Pleasant Beach. And that's for the Little Point Bookshop. So if you do follow the link below, it'll lead you there. If you happen to be in the Point Pleasant Beach area in New Jersey, stop on by. I'll be signing Pineys books from 1 to 2, or however long the Harvest Festival lasts. Not sure. I'm slated for 1 to 2, but we'll see. I think there'll be some other authors there, so I may have to share the space. Anyhow, in this movie, this podcaster interviews this farmer, and he's very movie farmer, crotchety old guy, unshaven, with a mustache and a baseball cap. He looks like one of the Pineys. All the dogs keep tapping me on the shoulder like treats, or on the leg, I should say. We just went outside, guys. Literally, we just went outside. Anyhow, it's kind of a low budget affair from what is it? Gravitas Ventures. So they end up sitting in the woods waiting for the monster to come, and the farmer tells them, if we hear beeping, start running. And at some point he leaves them behind by himself, and then of course the machine starts beeping, and then I guess he runs. They don't actually show the monster in the trailer. Filmmakers behind Home with a View of the Monster. And it definitely looks like a low budget affair, but it looks it's very clean. I'll note. The actors, rock solid. I'm totally believing this guy is the farmer, and I'm totally believing him as a podcaster. So solid casting there. Location seems cool. They even got an old truck, and I think he's luring him out with bait somehow. I'm not quite sure where this movie goes, but the farmer seems determined to kill the beast, lure it in and kill it. I'm not sure why it's called All Eyes. And then you see here the woman on the podcast like, call 911. So I think it could be an interesting movie. It's kind of a clash of cultures too. Something I write about in the Pineys, where you got, some good old boy with beers and cigarette and a truck, and some city slicker with his headphones and his podcast. But is the monster even real? Is the farmer crazy? Is the podcaster crazy? Are they both crazy? I don't know. In a low budget affair, it could end in a couple of different ways. I think the lazy way would be that there is no monster, right? The farmer's crazy. This has all been a giant waste of time, and he kills the podcaster at the end. Or tries to. Another way is the farmer's killed, and then it's up to the podcaster to kill the monster before it kills him, or he decides he's going to complete the mission no matter what the cost, and at the end of the movie he's there sitting in the chair waiting for the monster to come again, and he's going to confront it one last time, do or die, and then you hear the machine beeping, and then it cuts to black. I mean, it could end a lot of different ways in a low budget movie, but first act will probably be, the podcaster, and he's been disgraced, or he's on the verge of getting fired, or his channel's going to be demonetized, something like that. And so for whatever reason, he needs this interview, or he hears about it because he likes to interview people who are weird and about weird things, right? So he interviews them, and it sounds like there's something to it. The farmer makes it clear he doesn't particularly care for the guy, the podcaster, but he needs him to, I don't know, get the word out, I guess. Oh, it looks like it's already out. That's a nice, tight movie. That's 87 minutes. Perfect. It's perfect. When you make a low-budget movie, that's a sweet spot. 90 would be ideal, but 87, perfect. Anything above 85 and above. So then the third act, again, it could go a bunch of different ways. I don't think you're going to see a final battle between the guys and the monster, because I don't think you're going to see the monster. It doesn't look like the movie had the budget for a monster, at least not a significant one. And if you build up the monster for 2.5 acts and then you finally show it in the third act, it will invariably be a letdown, because you've built it up too big in the audience's head. And now, if you have a guy run out in a suit at, in the final 10 minutes of the movie, it's just not going to be, you're not going to sell it to me. So, and, it may be that the monster represents something, or it's a metaphor for, I don't know, something specific to the characters. Oh, here's the credits. Directed by Todd Greenlee, starring Jasper Hammer. I bet this guy's name is Jasper. Wow, they had really good casting. Ben Hall, again, that's a perfect name for a podcaster. Guessing that's him. Wouldn't it be funny if they were first Daniel Yvonne Ploger and Laura Cummings, we assume is the woman inside the studio. Available on iTunes, Amazon Prime, Amazon Prime, Vudu, YouTube, and others. Distributed by Gravitas Ventures. Yeah, it seems like a very low budget thing, but it seems really solidly made. I love the look of it. I mean, it doesn't have a very specific look. It's just, I like that it's very clear. I hate it when you make a monster movie and most of it's like this. It's too shadowy. I don't mind once in a while, but for the most part, I want to see what the F is going on. Don't try to hide something. Don't try to sneak past something in the shadows. Yeah, so that's about it. I mean, there's not a whole lot here in the trailer. It's a solid trailer, though. Not quite sure why he's a disgraced podcaster. Probably could have used a little more dialogue about him, but I sense that it's really about the farmer. So, and I like the cast. I think they're really nailing it, at least in the trailer. Would I see this? I may see it. Sure. This is my kind of movie. It's a monster movie. It's horror, but it's not like bloody horror necessarily. I don't like stuff that's just about the gore. I like the monsters. So, I would totally watch this. Yeah, and the fact that it's 87 minutes, sweet. It's really all you need. If you're going to go much longer than that, you have to have reasons. Like, oh, we couldn't possibly fit it in reasons. But this is absolutely crucial to the story. Not a lot of people, you're probably not going to have a lot of people, sitting around doing nothing. Like, they're doing stuff in the scenes. He's interviewing them. He's having a cigarette. I mean, it fills the scene up. I cannot tell you how many times I see a low-budget movie, and it's like dead. The characters aren't doing anything. They're just standing there waiting to deliver their lines. You have to have characters that are full, that would do stuff. So you get the impression that if the events hadn't gone down in the movie exactly the way you view it, the characters still had other things to do. You give a sense of a bigger world, and it makes the movie fuller. So I'm seeing that in this, at least in the little bit of footage. I mean, it's only a minute and a half, so. But nice job, guys. All Eyes. 2022 monster horror movie. And that's it for me, Tony D, and the dogs. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble. Check me out on the live stream. That's going to be later today, because I will be, as I said, in Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey, from at least 1 to 2, possibly later. So probably won't do the live stream until the evening, probably around 7, like I usually do it when it's later. So tune in for that, and we'll see you in the next one.